So glad to see you here today. When I speak, I like speaking on spiritualism. I'm in a spiritualist church, so kind of like going in that direction. So I want to speak a little bit about who we are. Because a lot of the times when we teach out in Castega, we teach this religion, we want to know who you are. How do you personally work with spirit? We have so many times in our lives, we have people that tell us what we should do and what we shouldn't do in this religion. And I'm one to kind of really believe that it has to be connected to you. You have to believe in what you're doing. I have people that come to my class, they come to class for 2 hours, they're going to read like James Van Brock. They're going to put their sign up the next day, and they're going to start reading after 2 hours. Because they want to read like someone else. They want to do it like someone else does it. But everyone here is not raised how I'm raised. They're not raised how you're raised, how you went through your life. So the expectations of mediumship are what fits you, what fits the vibration for you. You're not going to see spirit exactly the way I see it. You're not going to experience the spirit world like I see the spirit world. So I want you to understand that you are the catalyst to get you in talking to spirit. Not everyone is going to be a medium and going out and put their signs up. But you're going to do it how you work with spirit so you can connect on your own personal vibration to speak. And that's really what you want to do. A lot of people just want to be able to speak to their guides, their loved ones. Be able to sit in the quiet and speak to them. And none of us, as I said, none of us are raised the same. I consider myself a mutt. I'm a little Baptist, a little Christian, a little bit of Catholic, got a little spiritualism mixed in there, and I'm Cherokee, I'm half Cherokee. So we got all these mixtures, and this is what you see. And a lot of us have different mixtures within our systems. I was raised a spiritualist, but a lot of influences around me through my life has brought me to where I am. The same thing with mediumship. I've been taught by a lot of teachers, all kinds of different modalities of doing readings. And I took from each modality what fits me, how I perceive it. And we as individuals need to take from what we're taught and figure out what fits us. Because I really don't want people to get disillusioned with this religion and go, well, it didn't work for me. I'm not going to go anymore. I'm done. Because you tried to do it like they wanted you to walk. I want you to kind of figure out what works for you. Take pieces of it. Figure out what works for your vibration. Because you are the one that's going to sit in the quiet. You're the one that's going to sit in meditation to connect to the higher source. You're not going to have the teacher sitting there in a room with you going, okay, let's get quiet. You're going to have yourself with your spirit. So that's what I want you to understand, that when you go into this, it's a life change. Spiritualism is a life change, because we can't really blame anybody about whatever's going on in our lives. It's only us. We have to blame ourselves if something goes on, because we can't blame the world about situations in our lives. So we have to look at it and change it, put it in motion. Whether it's mediumship, whether it's healing. Out of the years that I've been doing healing for spiritualist churches, I've learned a lot of modalities of healing. I'm a Reiki master. I have a degree in crystal healing and the crystals. I do pranic healing. I do Huna. I'm certified to be a Huna teacher. So a lot of modalities of healing. But I took from each one and said, ooh, I like that. I put it in my pocket. I like that. And I like certain things about different types of healing. I don't believe that somebody has a certain path, a certain vibration, a certain symbol that I need to use. I believe that I can find the own vibration for myself. You can deal with angels, you can deal with your guides, you can deal with everything else. But remember, everything you're dealing with is your higher self. It's your higher vibration, your higher vibration. You're dealing with you. What you see in the mirror is you. What you see in mediumship is you. You're dealing with your higher self. That's what you're dealing with when you do mediumship. You're raising your vibration to touch spirit. Spirit touches the person sitting there, and it's like a flow of energy moving through both of you. So everyone has to raise their energy to make it happen. Probably make you talk or say your name or do something to raise the vibration of energy, to get you to connect to a higher vibration. But it's what I want you to do is find who you are in this religion, what you feel like you need to see. And I don't want to say you need to go out and dabble in everything, but kind of see what fits you, what radiates you. Does a book fall off the shelf and it just happens to be something that you want to learn about? Read the book. Read the book. If somebody enters your life from out of the blue and wants you to take a class, you go, oh, I've never done that before. Take the class. It might be something that just triggers something in your vibration that you are able to do. You want to be able to encourage yourself to be who you are. Be who you are. I've been doing readings ever since I've been 4 years old. I stood at the stump of Lilydale at 4 years old and did readings. I've been doing readings most of my life, almost most of my life, and I've been doing them well over 60 years. So the question is I've learned, I've got better with age, I'm like a glass of wine, I get a little better with age, So, better, but I do get better as you practice, as you work with spirit, you get better. My mother used to sit me in front of a candle, and she used to say, look at the candle. And if your mind wavers, you go off and somebody appears, bring your thoughts back to the candle, or back to the image, so that you can focus your intent in mediumship. Focus the vibration. If you're too scattered, because when you do mediumship, it's this whole connection of spirit will give you about 20 seconds, boom, and they step back. And out of that 20 seconds, you've got to do a reading. Out of that 20 seconds, you've got to start. You've got to start the vibration of reading. Then spirit starts giving you more as you ask for more, and they start giving you more. But the first, boom, 20 seconds. 20 seconds of readings, that's what you got. You make sense of that for you. And I want everybody to go home, take all your symbol books and throw them all in the trash. Throw them all away. Because the symbols have nothing to do with you. It's all about what has happened in your life. The symbols mean what they mean to you, not what they mean to me. It's what connects to you when you look at a symbol. It's how you perceive it. I can tell you that that symbol means this to me, and you're going, I don't think so. That's not what it works for me. Figure out what works for you, what fits you. And that's all this religion is. It's this growth of movement and changes in situations. I just got back from a lot of spiritualist camps up north, and we have to encourage spiritualism. We have to bring it to a higher vibration, bring it to people, let people know that we still exist, that we still exist as spiritualists. And we truly believe in our connection to the spirit side of life, spirit side, that we connect to spirit. Because spiritualism is getting too inundated with metaphysics and God knows, well, it's just all swimming everywhere. You go to some churches up north, it gets a little scary. It's a little scary. But you have to kind of just sit back and go, okay. And they want to know why their church isn't prospering. Because they aren't they're letting everything through the front door. But as you grow as a spiritualist, you hold to the core values of religion. But you make yourself your own medium, your own vibration, how it works for you, how you deal with spirit, how you connect. Who am I is one of our core courses in Casadega. Who am I? Who are you? How do you work? How do you connect? How do you see spirit? We're all going to have our own gifts, our own vibrations. Some of you might not be able to see spirit. You just sense somewhere. Maybe you're going to do automatic writing. Maybe they're going to take your hand and do automatic writing. Maybe you're going to do something in physical mediumship. Maybe do something in physical mediumship. How does spirit work with you? And allow yourself to work on your gift. What is your gift? If your mother gave you a gift and said, here, the gift, you said, I don't want that. Boom. You think Spirit's going to bring you another gift? No, he brought you a gift. You work on that, and Spirit will bring more. Little aspects of this thing, and I've been this for a long time, don't get guide fixated. Don't get guide fixated. Your guides will change. They will change. So don't get guide fixated. Figure out who you are, and no matter if your guide's there or not, Message bearers are not your total guide every single time. Not at the same time. Because you might need somebody else to get rid of the messages through me tonight. My guide might not like you. Might not want to talk to you. So, he won't step up here. But somebody else will. Somebody else will step up and give the readings. So don't get fixated on, oh my God, they got to be here so I can give readings. No, they don't. The people will show up that you need to hear from. That you need to hear from. So allow yourself to be open to different guides, different particulars, different situations going on. Family members are not guides. So remember that. You were raised with them on this earth plane. They are not your guides. They are your helpers that come back to help you. They are not your guides. They did not come back to be your guide. Your guides were picked for you. They're there. They're set in your vibration. Family members are not guides. Remember that when you're looking at this, and oh, that's Uncle Joe, he's my guide. No, he's not. He's here to help you. Here to try to see if he can help you. But he's not your guide. We live our lives I try to take things that I've been doing my whole life, and it's the question of how it works, how it fits in the perspective of what mediumship and healing is. It's the question of does it make sense to you? That's the full question. Somebody does something, you say, oh, this is it for you. Does it click to you? Does it fit you? Don't take me as gospel. But remember, does it fit you? Does it fit the vibration you're looking for in your life? Does it? Because everything I try to give you in my classes and different things I do is I want to encourage you. I want to lift you up. I want to give you all the tools, everything you need to move to higher ground. That's what I want to do. Because I'm getting older. I won't be doing readings forever. So somebody else has to come up and take my place. They have to come up and do this. They have to do the inspirational speaking. They have to do the messages from Spirit. They're going to have to get up here and do this to keep the religion alive. That is what we're training. That's what we're teaching people to do. To come up and take this. Because years ago, I sat in Colby Temple out in Casadega when I was 5 years old. I looked at my mother at 5 years old and said, I'm going to be pastor here. I'm going to be pastor. She goes, no, you're not. I'm pastor now. I used to just be pastor. Now I'm senior pastor. I'm senior. I'm not pastor anymore. But the question is, we all have dreams in our lives. We have these dreams of how we want to see our mediumship. And when we teach mediumship, we want you to talk to your guides. Don't be afraid of your guides. Don't be afraid of them. Don't say, oh God, I can't talk to them. No, talk to them. Speak to them. Yell at them. It's not sacrilegious to yell at your guides. Get them up and moving. Get them connecting to where you want them to do. If you're looking at something, you want them to help you, so get them moving. Tell them what you expect. Don't just hope that guides just show up and say, oh my God, here we are, we're here. They want to know what you want to do. One of the things I was taught when I was a kid is when you want to speak to Spirit, it's like a seance. You find a place in your home that you take that time to sit. You pick a time for Spirit. You sit. You don't haphazardly talk to Spirit. You make an appointment. You sit. And for 8 weeks, you sit at the time that you have picked for Spirit. And you can see if that works. Just take a picture of the spot you're going to sit in. Do it for 3-4 weeks and take another picture. You're going to see lights and everything else in that space where you're meditating. Because you made an appointment to speak to them. Made an appointment. Nobody should sit in your chair, because somebody could come and sit in your chair that could be completely nuts. And every one of us have a nut in our family. Every one of us do. You don't want them sitting in your chair. The chair should be your energy. Because mediumship has a lot to deal with psychometry. It's the energy of the space. Every time you sit in these pews, you leave a little bit of yourself behind. Every time you sit somewhere, you meditate, you get quiet, you sit, and you leave some of yourself behind. So in your chair, you sit. Set your meditation. Don't say, oh, wherever Spirit wants to take me. No. You set your meditation on what you want to see. What do you want your guides to work with you? The reason you're getting quiet for, you can hear Spirit. You can feel them. You can sense them. That's why you get quiet in mediumship. But you get quiet to meditate. I've had some teachers say, oh, I don't meditate. I don't do that. I don't meditate. Ooh. You have to connect to Spirit. You have to make that time. I make a time. I've been meditating in this at the same time every day, every single day since I've been 5 years old. I don't miss a day. And if I do miss a day, I tell my guides. I say, I got busy today. I'm sorry. I can't be there today, but I'll be there tomorrow. I acknowledge them. And that's all they're looking to do. You don't have to name them, go down your whole guide list, go, this is Joseph, this is so, this. No. Just acknowledge them, that they're there, that they're helping you. Even when we do readings, when I finish my reading, I will acknowledge that they were here to help me. I will acknowledge inwardly that thank you so much for your help today. Because you want them to help you. You want them to pull up close. You want them to overshadow you. You want them to pull up close so they can overshadow you. But mediumship, healing, it's just through practice. Not everybody is and can be a medium. It just takes work. I just haven't been born into it. I just haven't been born into it. I just happen to have the gift when I was a kid. But everybody has a certain gift. And everybody can have that connection to Spirit if you want to work at it. If you want to put energy into it, Spirit will work with you. Might not be in a way you thought that, I want to see this. I'm an objective clairvoyant, so I see Spirit just like I see you. People have walked in with you, sat down in the pews, and I see them like that. I don't see them in here, they're walking. I'm an objective clairvoyant, so I see them out there. And I've always had that through my whole life. And they've given me the other gifts. As I've worked on that, they've given me all the other gifts. But I had to work on what they gave me, which was pretty awesome. But yes. I had to work on what they gave me to begin with. But it has progressed. That I have all the gifts, but I had to work at it and put the energy into it. Because we as mediums are going to change people's lives. We're going to change people's lives. People will move halfway across the world because I tell them to. Just because I say go, they'll move. They'll sell their house and move just because I say so. So that's a big responsibility. Big responsibility of me telling somebody something. That I have to know that I'm in connection to Spirit before I tell them they need to do that. Because you have that responsibility as a medium. We're here as Spirit and as guides to encourage you. Because people will tell you that maybe the mediums don't give you a bad message. Well, if you have something bad in somebody's vibration, you should be able to tell them how to fix it. You shouldn't leave them with something bad, because all they'll remember out of the reading is that one bad thing you said. They won't remember anything else. One bad thing. So if you see something, then tell them how to fix it, how to make it better for themselves. That is why we are in this business, to help you, to encourage you, and bless you on your path, not to hinder you. Not to draw you back and hold you back, but to push you ahead of us. So we've got your back. That's what spiritualists are for. We're like there are people behind you, pushing you forward, because we want you to do good. We want you to encourage yourself. That's what we want you to do. And all religions should do that. We're all a piece of everything. We're all just nothing but a bunch of Reformed Catholics. That's what we are. Because we're all kind of a mixture of everything. While we were brought by our parents and people, my grandfather was full-blooded Cherokee, and he'd make me throw rocks out in the yard. And he'd walk by the rocks, he'd read rocks, and he'd go, ugh. And I'd be scared, like, what'd you see? What you got? But he would read rocks. You get certain rocks, you throw them out in the yard, and he would read them for you. So the question is there's different forms of how it works for you. Listen. People don't listen anymore. They kind of have their head in their phone or their iPad. I took a whole big group of kids out the other night. Not one of them looked at each other. They were all texting each other from across the table. Until I finally got up and took all their phones away. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to say. They had no idea what to talk about. Because they were too busy. We have to look up. Look up and look out. Look out above ourselves. When you teach mediumship, you look slightly into your third eye. You look up into your third eye and slightly into your third eye so you can activate the pineal gland and the hypothalamus. You want to activate that. So you look slightly up into your third eye to activate it through meditations and through working with spirit. You allow spirit to work with you. Allow them to talk to you. Because nobody's going to take you and drag you off somewhere. Because you is natural law. Remember that. What you're putting out is what you're going to get. If you're only doing it in a very positive way, then Spirit will deal with you in a very positive, very special way. I've been doing mediumship my whole life. And not once have I protected myself. Why? I have guides. I have protectors. I have gatekeepers. I have angels. I have people. Why should I protect myself? I'm not going somewhere I'm not supposed to. When I get that thought in my head that I have gone somewhere, that I might attract something, then I have gone off course. I've gone to a situation now I'm thinking that, oh my God, I might attract something. Allow yourself to believe that you're on a spiritual journey. Spiritual journey. All of us are on a spiritual journey. I spent a lot of my childhood on missionaries. My father was a missionary. I spent a lot of my missionary trails doing missionary work. They took care of us. They fed us, gave us a car to drive, got us there, took care of us. My mother said there's two types of mediums. There's the ones that get you there. They lose your ticket, your luggage, and you get taken hostage. They have to try to drag you back and bring you back home. Then there's the medium that gets you there, gets you to all the good places, packs you up, takes really good care of you, and they get you home. So we want to be the one that makes the journey for people very easy and very comfortable. Listen to yourself. Listen. Too many times we're told that we have to do other things. We have to do it this way. How does it work for you? How does it connect to you? Because you are the one that's going to sit in the quiet in your home in meditation. I can't sit with you every time you sit. You're going to sit. That's how you experience it. Because I want you to experience spirit. Because I can't wait till my next meditation, because I can't wait to see where spirit takes me. What are they going to show me next? That is the awe of mediumship. Is where are they going to take you next? What are they going to show you? Because older people join this religion because they're getting too close to the bus stop. Getting ready to get off on the other side. So we want to know where we're going. So by meditating, by getting quiet with spirit, you'll see where you're going. You'll have that strong connection with the people on the other side. My father's been dead over 40 years. I still walk with him every night. So the question is where do you want to be? What do you want to experience in your life? Spiritualism gives you that avenue. It does. Because it allows you to be true to yourself. You don't have to believe what I say or anybody else says. It's what you believe for you. When we read our 9 principles, these are just a guideline. A guideline to tell you that try to put these on the path in front of you. But whatever the path is, you try to work these in it. A natural law. Natural law works. Learn natural law. Get an idea of what natural law is. Figure out how it works in your life, because it doesn't change. Natural law is not God's law. It doesn't change. So figure out what natural law is being put in your life. Because most people that come in our life are there to teach us a lesson. They're us, just different face, different body. They're just there to teach us a lesson. Some people we just want to hit in the head with a shovel and bury in the backyard because it's against the law. So, you have to deal with them. You have to kind of deal with them and say, okay, this is something I've got to learn from this situation. I've got to learn something from this situation. And when we understand that we need to learn something from the situation, then the situation passes, and we learn, and we move on. So remember, if something's happening in your life, it's a lesson. Spirit's trying to teach you a lesson. They're trying to teach you something. It's a teachable moment when something's happening in your life. Allow yourself to accept the teaching and move on. Don't hinder yourself here and stop yourself, because it's not going to work that way. I don't want to stop you on the path. What if you're the one that's supposed to drive me over to the other side? If I get there and you're not there, then I haven't done my job. I haven't got you to where you needed to be. Maybe I'm the one that's supposed to be standing there when you open your eyes on the other side. Wouldn't that be a little scary? Maybe somebody here is going to live this life and they're going to be the one on the other side to guide somebody else over. Maybe you're going to be there. And I want to teach you enough that you can be able to be good with yourself and patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You're not going to learn this overnight. It took me quite a few years to get it down to where I could actually give feasible readings. I could see spirit, but trying to tell you what they were telling me was a little bit of a work in process. But understand that you read like you read. Don't get in classes and think, oh my God, they're better than I am. No, you're good for you. Allow yourself to give yourself your readings. Understand what you're doing.